Hello. Today I'll be discussing the pros and cons of coming to the UK with your spouse when coming to study in the UK. I know that this is one thing a lot of people think about, a lot of people consider, a lot of people aren't sure about whether they should come to the UK with their spouse when coming to study or even with their children as well. So wait till the end of this video. I believe you are going to decide if that's the right move for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing as I give a lot of value in this on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. You are the real deal. Now let's get straight into it. I think that it is important for individuals to look at their situation when trying to make a decision whether they should come to the UK with their spouse and family or not. And why I say think about your individual situation is especially if you are self-funding, it can be a bit challenging for you to be self-funding yourself and studying at the same time. Now, I know that a lot of people say it's doable for you to come to the UK to study alone and also still self-fund yourself. Now, it is doable. However, there is a snag. The snag is that if you want to do that, that is come to the UK to study without your spouse, okay? If you want to come alone and you're self-funding, it means that you must have paid at least 50% of your school fee. And that is if your school fee is not expensive, okay? Now, what do I mean by expensive? School fees in the UK presently, as of 2022, range between £11,000 and more than £25,000. Okay, so if you are applying for a school and say your school fee is around say £16,000, now if you have paid at least about £8,000 to £10,000 before coming to the UK, then you can come to the UK to study and still do some part-time job, okay, to fund your the remaining part of your tuition fee and also your living expenses. However, if you have just paid the tuition fee deposit, which is just like about £3,000, right, I think that it is going to be difficult for you to work part-time and still pay up your bills, your rent, utility bill, internet, and all of that, as well as pay your tuition fee. Now, why do I say that? Okay, most international students, they get about 20 hours to work per week according to the UK immigration system, right? And so for 20 hours a week to work, you can earn the average wage that you can earn is between £8 or 8 point something pounds to around 13 to 15 pounds. Some jobs can give you to £15 per hour. Now, if you want to calculate that in a week, okay, multiply that by 1 month, maybe 4 weeks makes a month or thereabout, you will discover that the amount of money you're going to be having is not going to be sufficient, except if you have other side also that probably you are doing some online business that gives you passive income. Then by all means you can fund your study and still fund your living expenses if you are coming to the UK alone. However, if you don't have that, then it's going to be difficult, and I don't advise people to go against the 20-hour per week work. Now, that is because if the UK, immigration system or thereabout, if they come check, now some people say, oh, do they check and all of that? But you might probably be the one they are going to check up, okay, because they do check at random. So if they do check and they see that you're working more than 20 hours a week, it could affect your immigration profile, and you could be deported back to your country, and that would affect your travel history, okay, and you don't want all of that. Now, if you have a spouse, this is where it gets interesting, okay? If your spouse is coming with you to the UK, your spouse gets to work full time. In fact, if your spouse wants to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, he or she can do that, okay? But of course, I don't advise that yet. So your spouse can work full time while you can still work for 20 hours a week. So by the time you combine those, if you've paid just your tuition fee deposit of just about £3,000 or thereabout, you'll discover that by the time your spouse, get to work full time and your own 20 hours a week, you will be able to at least comfortably pay up the tuition fee and also be able to pay your rent and, other utility, and as well, feed yourself. Although the good thing is that in the UK, in my opinion, feeding is not expensive. To buy food is not expensive, as long as you're not trying to buy, your core local food. Those ones can be a bit pricey, but every other thing like bread, rice, beans, and all of those, okay, onions, I mean, every food stuff that you can buy, or every food that you want to buy, okay, you can buy all those, relatively cheap, okay, and you can survive with the amount of money yourself and your spouse are going to be making, okay, to pay up your fee and also pay your living expenses. Another thing I would like to touch upon, okay, is some people, they are torn against whether it should be the male that would study or the female that would study. Now, my candid advice is that both of you need to sit down, know the strength of one another, and be able to put forward who is going to study, okay? So for instance, if you've decided to come to the UK with your spouse, you can decide, in my opinion, what I advise is that, the female can study, okay, so that the male can get to work full time, okay, because, females are precious, male are precious as well, don't get me wrong, okay, so you can as the man work full time, okay, and, your spouse can then, be the one studying and still get, 20 hours to work. And if you're coming with your children, again, okay, she would probably, have time again at her disposal to take care of the kids and all of that. So you want to look at all of those to determine who should study and who should be working. Okay, so that's my candid advice. So I hope that you've learned one or two things from this video, and I believe that by now you should be able to try to make up your mind on who should come to the UK to study, whether as the husband or the wife, and also if you should come to the UK alone or if you should come to the UK with your spouse. But any decision you make, I'm rooting for you and I wish you all the best. And you can check one of my videos that I've done about how to succeed as a master's student in the UK. That will assist you. It will ease your study journey in the UK and make you, graduate with a very fantastic grade. Thank you for watching my video. If you find this video useful, kindly click the like button, as this will encourage me to do more, and kindly share it with your friends and family or anybody you know that is thinking of coming to the UK to study. Also, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, kindly click the subscribe button. This will also motivate me to continuously, give you massive value via this channel. Thank you for watching.